Hey guys, how's it going? Today's video is the fifth in this series, and I'm glad you guys are still tuning in. Today's band and song is called Radikal, Ingkar. I've put on their t-shirt just for this video because I'm a fan of theirs. I actually talked about one of their previous singles from way back, and some of these guys are from the same neighborhood as I am, so gotta represent. But before we get into the video, some of you guys might be wondering who I am and why I feel I'm qualified to talk about these songs. So here's a short video for you guys. Hey guys, my name is Yusof, and I've been involved with the music scene for more than 10 years. Some of my highlights include opening for Zibalba and Memphis Mayfire, as well as playing to several sold-out metal festivals when I was still in Sleeping Sorrows. And then with Slug Spectra, I got to go on TV and play on Fly FM, as open for Estrange and OAG. But not least with Modscape, I got the opportunity to open for Mayday Parade as well as Crown the Empire, and then work on Kembali Bersama, which is one of the two singles featured on the D and Friends movie that came out in 2023. So that's it about me. Back to the video. As far as I've known these guys, they usually tune a drop B. They are just going at it. Very huge sounding mix too. This is a very unique lead tone compared to most metal bands where they have a high gain lead tone. It has a bit more modulation, it's got some effects to it. It's really giving Korn vibes. Love the contrast. You have both guitarists playing the same riff now. As opposed to the first half of this section, it was alternating between left guitar and right guitar. So contrast is something I talk about in a lot of my videos, because without contrast, you risk your song sounding way too monotonous and your listeners might get hearing fatigue. That's a very smooth transition entering the chorus. There's no abrupt stop or huge gap. It just flows very seamlessly. If it was a more amateur band, I think they would have transitioned less efficiently. You know what? The modern production, the touches of modern production in this song, it makes this song sound like a new metal song being presented as a metalcore song. Notice how it's the same riff as the earlier part, but it still flows very well. It doesn't sound boring, and that's because the variety lies in the playing. So you can have the same riff, but if you were to accent it a little differently, you might have a palm mute or sustained notes or dead notes. You might alternate between left and right guitar. You are keeping the same riff but adding variety without having to change anything to the riff. So keeping it very simple. Love that about these guys. Such a cool breakdown. It's different than your usual slow hit banging kind of breakdown. If anything, I would have preferred the Ingkar to be a bit more huge sounding, just to capture the anger behind the words. Something that gets overlooked often is that when you want to have a part sounding as tight as possible and huge even, you need to have everyone locking in. So in this part, everyone is just locked in, right? The guitarist and the bassist and the drummer. If anyone was a little loose, that's it. It wouldn't sound as tight, as huge. Love a punctuation bit. I've said this again in my previous videos. If you want to introduce a little variety, you want to add a little sauce to your songs, punctuation bits is a fun way to do so. It might be an artificial harmonic like what they did. It might be mini stop in a section. If you know where to place them, it just makes everything more interesting, as opposed to having every part being at 100% and there's no stop at all. So punctuation bits are a useful songwriting trick. You already know some heavy shit's gonna go down. I would assume this is the last chorus, so it might be an extended chorus. A lot of recycled parts in this song too. It's not a bad thing. This is literally the intro being used as, I would assume, the outro. And there we have it, the end of the song. So I was right, the intro is the outro. So this is not an easy thing to do, where you have a lot of recycled parts in a song, because you risk your song sounding very amateurish, boring even, because it's like, can't you think of a new part for this section or that section? To keep it simple and also very engaging, interesting, tight, huge sounding with recycled parts is not an easy thing to do. Keeping it simple whilst being able to keep listeners engaged is a hallmark of good songwriting. My hats off to these guys. And the best part about this song is that you already know when they perform these live, it's gonna go hard. Like some songs is more of a song for you to vibe to on your headphones. Some songs translate better live. This one's got best of both worlds. Well, that's it for today's video. Again, Radikal, my hats off to you guys. If you enjoy watching me break down songs from a producer's / songwriter's point of view, well, consider subscribing, consider commenting, liking these videos. Do whatever you can to support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.